Yes. Give it just a moment. We should be popping up. Okay. It appears we are already... It worked. Excellent connection. Going live. It auto-mutes it. That's cool. We can see the comments. That's neat. Let me see if I still have that on over here. The restream comments. Well, that's not the button. I don't know if our chat's going to work or not. Oh, yep, Puddin's in the chats. It worked over there on a... She was on Discord. Alrighty. Let's see. Stream starting. There we go. All right, we got some people here. All right, let's see what these lives are all about. AJ Boniford, welcome. We are getting things together. We have not done a live in a while, so bear with us. We were trying to use another website called Joshu TV that did not quite work out like they said they were going to. We were supposed to be able to stream from there and then have it restream out to these other platforms, but that did not happen. So the only stream we are doing tonight is on YouTube. So thank goodness you have made it. We're going to see here in just a moment. We're going to get started. Please share. Please like. Tell your friends. Tell your mom. Don't tell your mom. Tell your dad, because he's fucking cool. Don't tell your mom, though. And then we will get started here in just a brief moment as Anthony starts to share out the stream. Meanwhile, he's over there just sitting on his butt, making me do all the hard work. It's no, that's unacceptable. He says he's sharing it. What do you think, guys? Is that acceptable? Excuse to sit on your butt? It's gonna have to be. Yeah, we got a number of stories for you tonight. Here, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and head on over here and I'm just gonna talk to you guys for a minute. Hey, what's going on? I haven't seen you in so long. We kind of miss these live streams. These are fun to do, and we just got a little burnt out with the doing it every freaking week all the time. Somebody needs to let Puddin know we're on YouTube and not Josh Who. I can tell. Okay, can somebody in the comments tell Puddin?
Just let him hang out over there.
she's like, hey, where'd everybody go? I don't see anybody here. They said it was going to be on Josh Who TV, but it's not on Josh Who TV. That's what she's going to say. I can hear it. It's just, that's how it is. She's going to wear her like rainbow arm thingies that she's got. I want some of those, actually. Those were cool. Did you see the picture of those? It's very cool.
No. I'm going to grace y'all with my presence.
It's about damn time.
All right.
Silly Redhead has joined us. Thank you. Hi, Miss Silly Redhead. Can you do us a huge favor and just let Puddin know we're over here, please, in the Discord? Please. We had a little technical difficulties, as usual, of course, and nothing's changed, of course. But, I mean, to be fair, everything worked out just fine. The streams worked. It was just a matter of Josh Who's platform didn't work, and I'm going to have to give him a piece of my mind because that's rather embarrassing.
No, it's all right. I mean, you also have to consider we haven't had time to really prep for a live show. It has been a minute since we have done one of
at
those.
Least a couple minutes. At least a couple minutes, I'd say. So, welcome back. Hey, what's up, Chase? How you doing? Glad to see you in the comments here. Let's make sure.
Jay, good to have you along with us.
Let's see if our comments are working. Okay, it appears our comments are only working for Discord.
No, they're showing up over here on the YouTube studio.
Yeah, I've got them over here on that, but the live stream audience can't see all of the chats. They can just see the ones in the Discord. So I guess what, guys, if you want to interact with got to go to our Discord, discord.io/Unframe of Mind. That's
simple
where
as
it's
that.
at. That's where it's at. Join our Discord community.
You ready to get into
We'd
this?
love to. Yeah, absolutely. I'm ready to get into it. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Puddin found it.
So we're finally back. Sorry, Miss Puddin. We tried. That platform didn't work like they said there was going to work. We already explained all that anyway.
We might be a little rusty on the live show, so kind of bear with us.
We're rusty whether or not we've been doing this a while or not.
Yeah,
like that's
age.
Our standard, like our standard operating. That's just how we operate. Anyway, we've got a number of stories we want to cover with you guys tonight.
Yeah.
Just like a ton of different things. We've got anything from woman gets raped on a train and everybody just stands around and twiddles
Acts
their
like it doesn't even
thumbs.
happen,
We've got a couple of phobismists for you today to give you guys, a little bit of catching up from all the other phobismists we've missed. Because we're not doing them doesn't mean I haven't thought of them. So
and you also got
a
got a police force up in Seattle that have decided to, go against the mask, or no, not the mask, but the vaccine mandate. Cargo ships over off of California, kind of bottlenecking the supply chain out there. What else we got?
Okay, so
Netflix pulls Dave Chappelle's special.
Oh my God,
There's just so much to cover.
I don't even know. So I'm just gonna go and close a couple extra tabs that we don't need anything to do with. And I say, what do you say we start about right about here with the? We got son of a bitch. Why are you over here? Hey, guess what I just did?
What did you do?
I
see what you did.
Yep.
I see it.
Oh, you watching?
I'm watching.
That's just because I'm a special boy. So guess what I have to do now? I have to stop in the middle of a live stream and point this thing in the right direction. Go to display 1, please. Okay. There we go. Let's try that again, shall we? The joys of producing your own show while you are trying to do it.
That's what happens when you're self-funded.
Keep it enough keep it entertaining, just entertaining enough.
Yep.
That people actually stick around.
Yeah, so for anybody that's happened to jump in to kind of catch the live stream, if you haven't been here before, this was something that we did typically every Friday. We kind of got away from it only because, life just kind of gets in the way. So we've been doing a lot of pre-records, a lot of not reaction videos, which seems to be working out really well for us. In the processes, we've had interviews from Playmates, Charlie Daniels Jr., talking about his father. We just had, what was his name? Robbie Kramer on the show, talking about.
That one hasn't been published yet. You guys don't know about that one yet.
It's a really good episode. So when it drops, we'll let you guys know and definitely check that one out. So.
Men's dating coach going to teach you all about how to get all the ladies. So it's what he does.
Really?
What?
Wow, do that again.
I thought it was on point. Besides the point.
It was a little rare.
Do that again.
Meow.
Meow. Oh, Anthony's got his pussy in the studio again. Excuse me. Okay, so shipping costs surged. $17,000 to ship container to California from Asia, up from $3,800 in 2020. That's basically, you got a shipping container. They used to be $3,800 to ship, and now the cost has gone up so much. And part of what I have heard, the reason has to do a lot with the fact that they're sending stuff to us. We're just not producing enough to fill them up and send them back. So rather than, actually get paid to send them back, we're having to pay for that. Our country is paying that cost.
Right.
Like our producers are eating that cost.
Mm-hmm.
So just to read a little from this article here, shipping costs are surging around the globe, causing the price of sending a container from Asia to the West Coast to increase many times over. When Donald Trump was president in 2020, the price to ship a container from Asia to California was $3,800, and that price has spiked to $1,700.
Oh, damn.
Excuse me, $17,000.
Wow.
Wow. That's ridiculous. That's a six-fold increase.
Okay. I'm going to have to.
So, yeah. Also revealing that the shipping to the East Coast is more expensive than the West Coast, rates reaching $20,000. Son.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So what do they say the reasons for this? More than 100 ships were reported this week to be anchored off the coast of California while waiting to their turn to dock and unload full containers. Now, I have seen videos of guys going down to the docks and pointing out that, because everybody keeps saying it's a trucker shortage, right?
Right.
So I see this video. This guy goes down there and he's like, hey, you see all these trucks? There's a bunch of trucks, tons of trucks with truckers in them, ready to go. Mm-hmm. All they're waiting on is freight. They need freight. They're ready to go. But you look in the background and all the cranes that usually pick up all the cargo,
operators.
They're just sitting there.
Yep.
Not a single one's moving. He said not a single one has moved all day. And it's like, I don't know what's going on with that exactly, but I mean, when you're being told in one hand that the we have a trucker shortage, and on the other hand, there's truckers sitting there waiting for freight. Like, which is it? Like, are you going to believe your eyes or what somebody's telling you?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like the whole situation with Southwest. They were blaming the weather conditions as to why they were having to cancel so many flights. Come to find out, it happens to be that the company itself was forcing their workers to get the vaccine, and a lot of them did not want to comply with that. So you had a lot of flights that were canceled. But it's funny how they want to sit there and tell you one thing when it's something else that's really going on, and we're seeing a lot of that right now. So it's just you really don't even know what to believe. I mean, obviously we know that when it comes to the mainstream media, but holy shit, dude, it's getting to the point where it's largely insane as to what's been going on.
So the original story that you want to discuss was about how all the shipping containers or all the ships themselves are just out.
Yeah,
they can't come into.
This disrupts our supply, our chain supply, as far as things that we need to be able to keep this country going. But one of the things that I hope that we're learning from this is that we don't need to be so dependent on other countries to buy product.
Right.
This is one of the reasons why I'm a big believer in somebody who supports American-made product. Small businesses. That's something that we need to focus our attention to, is bringing those jobs here or have them start up here and not be so dependent on other countries.
I mean, you would think that'd be the smart thing to do, but I just don't. Man, you're sitting there in the middle of a crisis, and I've heard a lot of people put it this way: like these are all easily solvable problems. Like every single excuse that's been given, every single reason that's been given for why we don't have the supplies coming in, it seems like a very easily solvable problem.
It is.
You're hearing they're saying, well, in California we just don't have enough green trucks to be able to do it. Well, why can't you write a temporary executive order to let just any truck do the job? Because we have an economy that still needs to run. We still have people that need their supplies. Just that's one example of many. But it's like, why aren't these problems being solved? And I heard a very interesting idea the other day was that the reason why we may not be seeing all this happening, why none of this is getting fixed, is because we might be seeing the results of a cyber attack of some sort, like a stealth cyber attack.
I haven't heard that. But
well, it was just there's nothing to prove it on. But if you wanted to do a cyber attack, what would you expect it might look like? You might expect it to look like a little issue here, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little problem over there, where nobody can really fully put together the picture of what the actual problem is.
Right.
It's not like one major breakdown where they're like, oh, we got a hack in the pipeline down here, which happened a little while back.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was easy for them to find, isolate, fix, cut it offline, reboot. But
it disrupt the.
If you have an intelligent type, cyber attack, you would do it this way. This is what you would expect to see. Something that's just kind of not very easily definable. Something that's just a little bit like everybody has a different small picture of what's going on, and they have a different reason why it might be going that way. And so as a result, like nothing gets fixed. It kind of creates this artificial perfect storm that collapses an economy.
I think
it's just a theory, but it's an interesting one.
I understand, but I think a lot of the problems that we're currently seeing going on throughout the U.S. right now is self-inflicted, meaning that there's a lot of these issues that we currently see going on in our society that could have been easily avoided, but because of the administrations and things and policies put into place, when you sit there and you incentivize people to stay home and not work, there's going to be some sort of ripple effect here. And we've been talking about that for a while.
That's part of it, too.
So it's just a matter of it catching up with itself, and that's kind of where we're at right now. Is all the things that happened a year ago are now are starting to roll over into where we're at today. Just because it doesn't happen right away doesn't mean it's going to happen, 10, 12 months from now, because eventually it will if nothing is changed. If certain policies and people in office don't get their shit together, this is the result of people being lax on situations. I mean, kind of like with the border situation. We have an issue going on down there. But because the Biden administration has refused to acknowledge what's going on, it's out of control and it's chaos. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, this was something back when Trump was in office, he had a good handle on. Whether you agree with the man himself as a politician, he was actually doing something to prevent the chaos in which we knew was going to come if something wasn't done. And now look, this is where we're at. So the same thing could be said about, the supply and, the chain of supply right now.
Yeah.
It kind of,
It's gonna take. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, what I'm saying, what I hope is that we all learn a lesson from this and not be so dependent on other countries to buy our product and start buying more, from our hometowns,
Right.
Local businesses. So that's kind of what I wanted to cover and just kind of expose people to is just buy locally, So
That was the moral of the whole story. Buy local. Yeah,
no, I
which
mean,
honestly,
there's more to that, obviously,
yeah.
but you kind of have the general
honestly,
sense of where
that's
I'm going with it.
That's a sentiment that I think I think you'd be hard pressed to find somebody that would disagree with that. Like the idea of buying locally. Like, who's gonna look at you and say, nah, hell no, I'm not going to support my local shop owners and business owners. Problem is, what people end up doing is they end up supporting some of the big box stores because they are cheaper, because they really can't afford to go to the local guy because he has to mark it up because he's not as competitive, and it makes sense. And it's like, you can say one thing, but you end up doing another. And it's not that you're a bad person for doing it. It's just like, at the end of the day, you still got to make your dollar stretch a certain amount,
But I guess I've got the mentality of working just a little harder to pay that little extra for something that is right down the road versus, going to, the bigger companies to be able to purchase a product. I'm just saying that when you kind of brought up the point of the problems could easily be fixed, that's easily fixed. Start buying product here at home.
Another issue, I don't know if you remember me talking about this back when the pandemic first started, when they were starting to shut everything down and supply chain, the toilet papers. Okay, so back then I had taken it up. I had decided I'm going to go out and try to, because Walmart was threatening to have everybody wear masks or you couldn't shop there. So I was like, all right. So
I remember that. Yeah.
So my goal was to go and shop local and find those other places, find those local suppliers for my meat, for my. Oh my God. First of all, it was not that easy to find around here.
Right.
I'm in a small rural community. It's not that easy to find. You can find it, but it takes some work. When you do find it, it's like not just a little more expensive. It's a lot more expensive.
Well, I mean,
because
it's just
the market,
times.
well, because the market they're serving too is, they're having to serve markets like the grass-fed beef markets, which end up making the beef cost a ton more than just Walmart beef at X dollars a pound. You're talking about almost triple the cost.
Well,
and when you got a family of 6, you're like, I really want to help. I really want to support local farmers, but it's going to be, I don't know, man. It's a tough spot to be put in,
It is, and of course that's kind of going back to the policies and just the way that things are currently run right now in our country. And I don't mind working a little extra overtime to be able to afford those things, while we're going through all of this. But but here's the thing though, is you kind of change your behavior as far as your spending is concerned. So if you don't mind working a little extra or picking up a side job to pay to be able to afford locally, then I fully support that. But yeah, it's crazy, dude. I mean, it's just strange times that that we're currently living in. I mean, this will pass, and hopefully it doesn't have a long-term effect in what we're currently going through. But I mean, I don't know.
So AJ says, "Oh, the comment's not done yet. Hurry up and get the comment done so I can read it, man." People have been completely consumed by consumerism. Rarely place quality over cost.
Right.
My wife is finally coming around to that logic that product reviews mean absolutely dick when the person. I was really hoping he'd have the.
It's like a cliffhanger.
Like type the rest of the comment. More. What's he got? I don't know what he's going to say. But yeah, there is something to be said about that, about purchasing quality over quantity. When it comes to food, it's a little bit different story. It's just, I mean, I don't know. There's something to be said about buying a jacket, for example. I'm going to buy something that's a little nicer. It's going to last me a little longer. I don't buy my jackets at Walmart because I know what I'm getting. But I'll go buy my produce from there. It's a freaking banana, man. I don't I don't necessarily have a local shopkeeper down here in Woodbury to offer bananas on the regular for that kind of price.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Silly Redhead says the housing market sucks for buyers right now because of all this crap. I just want to buy a house. Yeah, I've seen that.
The housing market is ridiculous.
Even the
right
cost,
now.
especially around this Nashville area where everybody's trying to flee from the coasts and come here.
And you're getting a lot of that. I was reading an article where they were discussing a lot of people are coming in from New York, a lot of people coming in from Chicago, a lot of people coming in from California. And that, to me, the problem we're running into, and we're seeing this in the housing market, is that people that live out, say, on the West Coast, you can sell a 2-bedroom, 2-bath home
Yeah.
in the slums for like millions of dollars.
That's bullshit.
So when you turn around and have that kind of money, and then you want to start venturing out to, say, Nashville, a house here that's a 5-bedroom, 4-bath, say about 4,000 square foot, is about roughly $800,000.
Mm-hmm.
A house like that out in California is going to run you a couple $1,000,000. So they have the money to be able to afford a very nice home here in Tennessee. The problem is, for those of us that live here that don't have that kind of money, that don't have the property that is that expensive, we can't compete with those that are putting offers in for homes to be able to measure up. So what you're seeing is you're starting to see a lot of people that live within the suburbs and actually the metro area starting to actually move further out into the country where
Right.
it's more affordable. Me personally, I'd much rather be out in the country because I just don't like dealing with people.
So this article from Market Watch I just brought up is Mortgage Rates Rise, the real estate market grapples with high prices, supply chain issues, and labor shortages. Like
Yeah.
it's all getting hit at the same time. Not to mention the executive order that Biden signed recently, where everybody was dealing with, where the landlords couldn't collect rent from their tenants. So it's like the housing market itself has skyrocketed.
Right.
If you even consider like renting a place right now, you're doing okay, but the costs of those places are going way up, and
It's
I'd be
crazy,
honestly
dude.
surprised if some of the newer landlords or there's a lot of people like I was considering, hey, I'd like to buy a house to be able to rent out to supplement my income, and I'd do all the work myself.
Right.
But even the thought of that, part of me is going, well, if I do, what's the likelihood that, some president's just going to write some executive order and make me basically helpless to be able to collect rent? It's like,
Right.
it's like that plays. How many other people's minds does that play into where they're like, you know what, screw it, we'll just sell our property.
Mhm.
We'll just get rid of it, or, we'll find some other way, or, there's
Right. Yeah. No, I understand it. I mean, you also have to consider too with building new homes right now. A part of that supply is the cost of lumber just going through the roof. So you're having to offset the cost of that lumber by jacking up the prices on the new homes that are currently being built.
Now, lumber has
And-
gone down recently.
Right. But I'm
Fortunately,
just saying,
but not-
there was a time where when you're having have a home built, it's just you're having to offset that cost. So it's not permanent, but it just kind of shows you kind of where we're at currently with the way things are going right now.
Well, this is fun stuff. So, AJ, you left us on a ... I felt
I think
like
his wife got onto him and he had to go.
yeah, I feel like there should have been more of that.
Okay, what did that?
So, so Lana says, I
Lana,
have to
yeah.
go check it later. But just FYI, Struggle Jennings and Caitlin dropped a massive hit that you men don't want to react to called Cries of the Crusades. It is epic. Yeah,
We have so many pre-records on the back burner for you guys. We have so many videos coming down the pipeline. Bear with us. We can only do so many pre-records. Our schedules are extremely busy right now.
So if we don't jump into
yeah.
something else, anything else, we'll never get anything done. I did
Right.
see some people in the comments talking about the Netflix special here.
Yeah.
And I do want to make sure we get that one. So from the Daily Wire, watch Netflix protesters angry over Dave Chappelle's special attack man with jokes are funny sign.
Now, originally, there were some rumors that Netflix had planned on canceling the show. They I guess decided not to, which is good because Netflix needs to make a stand. But I think one of the things that I found kind of interesting about this whole situation was the fact that you had a society that was willing to accept the show Cuties, which was about underage girls twerking and doing all this other shit, sexual stuff.
And from what I understand, it's still on there.
Yeah. So it's funny how the certain communities would deem this to be acceptable.
Yeah.
But then Dave Chappelle does a special where he talks about trans people, and then all of a sudden it turns into this big hoopla. And I don't understand. It's like comedians are having a hard time just being comedians.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it's like,
Man, when a comedian can't say edgy jokes without fear of getting canceled, which I think that's why he called that special what he did, where he finished. He basically said, "This is gonna be my last one," and he just went balls out. Like,
well,
did you see it?
I did. I thought it was
Dude.
really good.
It was hilarious. Oh my god, I was dying.
Here's the thing, though: this is a part of the culture that we're currently living in that is very sensitive. we grew up in a time where, we were raised on Ren and Stimpy and Beavis and Butthead and South Park. And
Can you imagine Beavis and Butthead Do America coming out now?
Oh, man, I wish they would bring some of those back just to fuck with people.
I hated Beavis and Butthead. I'm not going to lie.
No,
it was so dumb.
I know. That was the purpose of it. But for me, it's just, it has shown us how soft that we have become as a society, that we have to cater to certain demographics because we don't want to hurt their feelings.
Oh, the poor people.
I mean, news for you, you need to try to grow a little bit of a thick skin here. Life is not easy. Life is hard. It's going to kick your ass.
Yeah,
it's
from
going
what
to
I
knock
heard,
you down.
life is a box of chocolates, is what I heard. That's how I heard it. So the article goes on, says Netflix protesters upset about the streaming company's decision to air Dave Chappelle's comedy special, in which the legendary controversial comedian says he aligns with the trans exclusionary radical feminist and pokes fun at transgender ideology. Attacked a counter-protester with a sign that read, "We like Dave" on one side and "Jokes are funny" on the other side, destroying the sign, then claiming the man who was left holding the sign handle a weapon, and he was threatening demonstrators. Yeah, I saw that. The dude was just smiling. He was laughing, man. He's like, this is so stupid.
You and I need to show up to one of these.
We definitely do. Nobody ever invites us to them. I just want to know, when are the protests? We need to get ourselves ingratiated into left-wing, Facebook groups where or Discords where they talk about, just go in there and pretend hey, and then just show up. Why not?
We would be those guys that you would see holding up the signs that Dave's our hero and
yeah, exactly.
Yay, Dave, Dave for president.
Or showing up with a shirt that said, "I'm identifying as vaccinated," which is one of those ones that make you go, wait a minute, wait a minute. That's not
Or we
funny.
can get one of our new T-shirts, which is the LGBT community. Let's go, Brandon. I mean, it's. We bring everybody together, and we're trying to.
We don't. We don't have. That is not a thing that we have.
Oh, dude. I thought about this at work.
We do not have a "Let's Go Brandon" LGBT community. "Let's Go Brandon" T-shirt.
And here's the
community.
Thing. I sent this to a good friend of ours who was very, very flamboyant and gay, Billy. I sent this to him. He loves it. So
it's a great design, you guys.
Yeah.
If you want one, hey, help us out. Pick them up. We sell merch. We make cool designs. Probably some of the better designs that you see out there. I just wish, we could actually sell them. That would be awesome. But yeah, it is frustrating. Everybody, hey, I love your shirt. Then buy one, please. Fuck's sake, buy one.
You are actually helping out, patriots and people like us that, that try to bring content it's humorous. Obviously we do have a lot of love for the gay community, but we just thought this was a little entertaining.
We also have a lot of love for the LGBT community.
That's right.
So a mother and daughter are arrested for murder after illegal butt lift goes wrong. Have you heard this story?
What's that?
You didn't hear me?
No.
Oh, you son of a... Okay, I'm going to read it one more time.
Goes wrong.
Mother and daughter arrested for murder after illegal butt lift goes wrong. So...
mother and daughter arrested for murder after illegal butt lift.
That's right. That's right. So a mother and daughter have been charged with murder after a woman died following an illegal butt lift surgery that went awry at a private home around Los Angeles. The 26-year-old victim shared a video of herself during the operation in September 2020 at the residence in Encino, just west of Los Angeles. Carissa Rajpal, who moved from South Africa to the U.S. to try to enter the adult entertainment sector, went through 3 procedures and died directly after the final one, police say.
Wow.
You got to be dedicated to your craft, but there's a line, man. There's a line. I mean, there's a certain crack you just don't cross. You know what I'm saying?
Over a butt lift.
Yeah. I'm trying to just give you the whole picture here. You see what I'm saying?
Just do squats.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Yeah. But
no pun.
The deputy, all of that was puns. All of that. Anyway, the deputy chief of the LAPD, Alan Hamilton, told ABC7 these individuals have no medical training. They're not experienced, and they're putting people's lives at risk. And they're looking for more victims and is urging women to come forward. Can you imagine? According to police, the daughter and mother were charging between $3,500 and $4,500 for the procedure, compared to between $10,000 and $15,000 that a procedure by board-certified professionals would cost.
You pay a little bit more for good product.
I always tell people, man, you get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. If you pay for a cheap ass, you're going to get a cheap ass.
To lose your life, though, that in itself it's sad, and I hate
Yeah,
to hear
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I really
That's
do.
I definitely don't want to,
I mean, we're not
try to
trying
make
to-
jokes about
yeah.
her dying because of it, but it's just the fact that there's an industry out there for this.
Right.
There's people that are willing to pay that amount of money because they're so vain or because they're so needing of their body to look a certain way.
But then on the other side, you have an industry of people willing to give you that service that doesn't
Oh
know
yeah,
what the
well
hell
yeah.
they're
If
doing.
there's somebody wanting something,
I mean,
there's
it's
somebody
risk
there
on
to
both
sell
sides
it.
here, you know.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Just like drugs, if there's a market that wants it, there's a market that's
and
willing to
yep,
sell it.
that's
You know,
right.
and this is no different.
Mm-hmm.
So by survey, I thought these numbers were kind of interesting. But by a survey, a survey by the International Society of Aesthetic Plastic Surgery showed that the number of butt lifts increased by 77.6% between
Wow.
2015 and 2019. Okay, within a 4-year period, butt lift surgeries increased
I didn't even know this
by
was a thing.
77.6%. Yeah, you look on Instagram, you'll know it's a thing. That's all you see.
I just thought it was just going to the gym and doing squats.
Yeah, I don't know. Among 692
interesting.
surgeons surveyed, 21 or 3% had someone die after the procedure. Yeah, that's the
Wow.
Brazilian butt lift, significantly higher mortality rate. Like if I'm sorry, if I'm looking at I'm going to get a butt lift and I have roughly a 3% chance, even with, certified surgeons, that I'm going to die.
Wow.
Those same people probably wear a mask and hiding from COVID, where you have a much less chance to dying. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Anyway.
That's insane, dude. I haven't heard about this. This is interesting. It's sad in the same process. Ladies, just be mindful of what you're doing.
Your butt looks fine. If you got titties,
just
work with what you got. Whatever happened to that? Work with what you got,
make
ladies.
it work,
you
man.
know?
Just check your moneymaker. Don't have to
And-
don't have to go fake on us. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and honestly, if I'm gonna, I don't know that I would be. It depends on the reasons why she decided to get a butt lift. I can't think of a good reason why you would want to get one.
That's like us
Other
getting
than I just don't want to do the hard work to make it lift on its own. I don't want to do the squats. I want the quick and easy. But that mentality is what would turn me off immediately to those ladies. Like I wouldn't have any interest in them.
Well, and here's the thing though, is we kind of go back to a very lazy society. People don't want to go to the gym to do squats to get that
And you pay with your life.
derriere, and then you want the quick and easy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
And
like
you pay,
a hit
and you
of
pay with your
dopamine.
life.
It's just people just want that quick. Okay, it's done. Boom, I got the ass. Well, unfortunately, it costs her life.
Ooh, what do you say we take a moment and do one of our phobismists today?
Jesus.
What do you say? I'm thinking.
Let's do it.
Which one do we want to do?
Let's,
this one?
Let's do that.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a special segment of the show called the Phobismist, and that's coming up right now. And on today's episode of the Phobismist, we're going to explain to you why you must be completely offended and troubled by the game of billiards, pool as they call it in the United States. This game has got so many problems. It's ridiculous.
It's very problematic,
And
I'm assuming.
Before I get into that, for those of you who are brand new to this and have never seen or know what a phobismist is, what it is it is our job as professional phobismists to explain to you why everything in the world needs to be offensive in some way, shape, or form.
It's the leftist idea.
Well, we just spend a lot of time and study, and we go through multiple years of training and education so that we can see the things that are problematic in your world, so that way we can bring them to your attention,
Right.
you simpletons, because you just don't understand.
No.
So we're going to make you understand. So what do you think? What do you think, Anthony? What was the first thing that you thought of when you saw this game?
Man, the first thing I thought about when I saw this, well, two things. Busting my balls. What does that usually have to correlate with? Being at work.
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah. Well, no, like your supervisor's busting your balls. That was the first thing that kind of came to my mind.
Yeah.
Your wife at home busting your balls about something. And then, of course,
Yeah, that's kind of messed up. I don't know that I'd want anybody busting my balls. I mean, I don't even know if I'm honestly in today's day and age. I don't even know if I'm allowed to have balls because of the toxic masculinity
no, that's
aspect
just because
of it,
you're married.
and because I'm married. But that being said, it's like I don't even know if I'm allowed to have them. Honestly, it's like, well, you can't really, in all good consciousness, go on a table and start busting
Okay,
balls.
I got one other one.
Okay.
It's offensive to women because this game has got the best rack that you have ever seen.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, if you don't have it, well, stretching it a little bit. Stretching it a little bit.
Women would be offended by a nice rack like that.
But I get it. No, think about this. You're taking this very phallic object and you're sticking it right between the middle, right in that rack. You know, you're sticking it right in that rack over and over again. You're just ramming that stick right in the middle of that rack.
It's the only recreation that stays longer than me. It stays harder than me too.
My biggest issue is this guy right here. This little 8-ball right here. Think about this. Right. In all of society, it seems like everybody gets
racist, dude.
Everybody gets to go first. Everybody gets to, make it to their goal first, except for old Blackie here. He has to go last every single game.
But that's better than movies, because movies usually is the black man that dies first.
Well, this isn't dying.
No. But in the game of pool, it's showing that white people have power over black people. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, think about that. What's the most important color ball on the table?
White.
The white one.
Yeah.
The white one's the most important. And the very last one to get serviced at all or get any kind of the social services that happen on this table is the black one.
That's right.
Even the red ones and the yellow ones get more attention than the black one. It's bullshit. It's complete bullshit. And that has been your episode of the Phobismus today. Thank you for watching. We'll bring you a couple more throughout the show. Okay, so what's next? What's next on our agenda? You want to talk about? We did that one.
We did that one.
Yeah, we did that one.
Okay, General Electric. Okay, well, Loudon County, that's going to be a bit of a lengthy conversation.
Okay.
So.
Oh, well, we don't want that one.
No,
oh, cool. I can close an extra tab. Oh, I can close 2 tabs.
Hey.
I'm awesome. I'll get this figured out. I can assure you that. I'm really bad about this, guys. Where is our links? Okay, so here's a fun story. The fact
that you started with this is a fun story, that is a little concerning, my friend.
That is sarcasm. I was about to show how thick the sarcasm was until you interrupted me. And now you've left me mid-pour. Rude. First of all, do we have any comments in the section?
We probably do.
So, yes. So, Silly Redhead says nobody seems to bat an eye on underage stuff. Borderline pedophilia, talking about the Netflix stuff. Oh my God, South Park would get killed right now. South Park's still putting out episodes right now. They get a pass. They are not getting killed. They're getting a pass, and I don't know why. Krista loves knocking around balls, especially because she can hit with a stick. That's true.
Yeah, that's kind of violent, although we know her, so does explain a lot in that relationship. Do Good Minds says laughy face, laughy face, laughy face, balls. To the window. Speaking of balls, we have this story here. This is from Newsbreak. As a woman was raped. Oh, sorry. No, this is actually from the New York Times, and there's a reason I'm using New York Times, and I don't use New York Times. There's a reason this one is being used today. So, as a woman was raped, train riders failed to intervene, police say. This says 2 hours ago. I have not closed this link since I brought it up. Anyway, so as a woman was being raped on a train near Philadelphia on Wednesday night, riders watched, failed to intervene, and did not call 911, authorities said. A man whom officials identified as Fiston Noy sat down next to a woman at about 10 p.m. on a train that was traveling westbound on the market. I don't care where it's going. Doesn't matter. So he attempted to touch her a few times, said Andrew Bush, a spokesperson for the Southern Pennsylvania Trade Authority. Okay, so the woman pushed back and tried to stop Noy from touching her. Then, unfortunately, he proceeded to rip her clothes off. The assault lasted about 8 minutes, and no passenger in the train car intervened. I'm appalled by those who did nothing to help this woman, Timothy Bernhardt, superintendent of Upper Derby Township Police Department, said Sunday. Anybody that was on that train has to look in the mirror and ask why they didn't intervene or why they didn't do something. Noy, 35, was charged with rape, sexual assault, and aggravated indecent assault without consent, among other crimes. Court records show several passengers were in the train car, but Bernhardt declared to say how many. Investigators were still working to determine the exact number. And although there were not dozens of people in the car at the time, there were enough to collectively they could have got together and done something. So he also received reports of some passengers recording the attack on their phone, but the police had not yet confirmed those reports. Now, that didn't surprise me at all. So eventually, the Transportation Authority
A transportation authority employee got on the train, saw what was happening, began and called 911. Then a police officer ran onto the train, caught this man in the act, and took him into custody. It took for a police officer to show up, see it happening,
Okay, so
jump in.
Here's my thoughts on this, and I think most probably watching this would agree. Those individuals that were on the train, that witnessed this go down, that did nothing about it, they should be held accountable. If you recorded it, I think that you're just as guilty as the one that actually performed the act itself.
Absolutely.
And you should be charged.
Absolutely. What are you doing with that video? Like, why do you need that video?
Likes.
Like, yeah.
Clicks.
Like,
that's all they want.
Like, apparently whatever you thought you were going to get out of that video was more important to you than this woman being assaulted on a train. Like, I don't care if I'm one guy against one guy. Go take care of that shit. Like, dude, that is...
I think they all should be charged that sat there and did absolutely nothing. Yeah. They should be charged with something.
Krista agrees.
I don't know exactly what it would be, but...
Yeah, she says, oh, yeah, especially. There's an E on there, young lady. Especially if you just recorded it, let alone uploading it. Yeah, that's I made a post about that when I read that story, and it was like, so who should get the most punishment here? Who's the most evil person in this scenario? You've got A, the rapist.
Mm-hmm.
B, you have all of the people on the train, however many that was, that sat there and just watched. You've got the person who maybe recorded it. Maybe there's multiple people who recorded it.
Right.
You have what was the other one? You have New York Times. This is important detail I wanted to mention. When this article first came up, notice what's missing from this that you usually see in other articles about a rapist.
No photo of the
individual. Picture of the rapist. And as soon as I saw
that,
as soon as I saw that name, Fiston Noy, all I did was
kind of sounds foreign.
It does, and I did a little Control-C. I came over here, new
Whoa.
tab.
Did you pull them up?
I Control-V'd, and I hit Enter, and that was literally all I did, and there you go. Multiple images of this guy. Same guy.
Oh, so this is a black individual.
This is a black individual from, I believe, some African country.
Okay.
Here illegally. Let me see if I can remember. I think it.
Do you think?
Because there was a little more description on who this guy was.
The New York Times deliberately didn't show his photo because he was a black person?
I do, and
Really?
they've done this in the past.
Okay.
I mean, you can tell anytime, and we've talked about this multiple times.
Right.
Anytime there is some kind of story or race of individual that goes against the narrative, they'll tell the story, but they're very selective about what images they select.
Right.
Very selective about what images they select. Boy, that was so eloquent. Like,
I know,
I can
right?
talk good. Me talk good.
Well, it kind of goes back to whenever you see a story on CNN when they report that there was a white individual, or or you often hear when it talks about race, they tend to highlight that the person that was the victim was black and the person that was committing the crime was white.
Exactly.
They really try to push that narrative. But then if you go out and look at other articles like the one we just got done reading, it didn't specify the race of either one of them.
Nope. It sure did not. And you know damn well if this was a white guy and that person that was being assaulted was in any way, shape, or form considered to be a minority in any possible venue or way, this would have been a totally different story.
I sometimes I wish publications, I'd like to think that they don't do that, but then history has kind of shown itself over the last couple of years. That's what they do, and that's very unfortunate that people decide to go that route.
Sorry, born in 1986 in Philadelphia, United States.
Okay, so he is from here.
Okay. I don't know how talking about his name origin. There are a few mentionable details. The last name Noy is originally a native surname people living in Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Yeah.
Hence, despite his American nationality, he belongs to a Central African ethnicity because either his parents or his extended family are part of this native region.
I just don't think it really matters what his race is or where he's from. He's just an evil dude.
Yeah. To me, it doesn't matter.
Blank.
To me, it doesn't
just
matter.
A piece of shit.
But to the New York Times, it did, and they were trying to protect this individual, at least to some extent.
I don't think they were trying to protect him. I mean, yes.
Sorry, maybe not the individual, but they were trying to protect the narrative.
Yeah, I can go more that route.
Maybe I just misworded that a little bit, but yeah, they were definitely trying to protect the narrative. Yeah, so I can't read your name. Okay, the bunny. Okay, hold up. I'm so grateful you guys are talking about this. So horrific on a human level. What the fuck is wrong with our society? For every asshole, there are really good people out there too. So don't despair. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We just got to be able to put a highlighter on these things and make sure that we know. You know, sometimes it's your life's purpose to act as an example to others or what not to do.
The comment below
so
that.
the comment below that, I'm not even going to try to read your oped some weird, I don't know, that's not English. Anyway, yes, just like how CNN purposely labeled the two men who shot and killed Ahmaud Arbery as two white men, but the black men that killed Cannon Hinant.
The 5-year-old.
The 5-year-old.
Was just a man. I remember that. And we covered it too. And we talked about that.
Yes.
They specifically left out race in the highlight of the other. I mean, that was, yeah.
And
thanks for bringing that up. I forgot about that.
And this is very important. Silly redhead. She's on fire tonight. This is why I would carry a weapon if I was traveling alone that late. And apparently that was Greek.
It's Greek. Okay.
Can you give me a phonetic pronunciation of whatever the hell you wrote? That would be awesome. All right. And click like. Why not? Just because you can.
Like.
All right. So I'm trying not to run us out of time and get through all of our stories.
Well, you have a hard 9:30 out, so
yes,
we still have quite a bit.
45 minutes.
Yep.
Let's do this one. I like this one.
You know what? Let's fuck up this whole live stream and let's do Samsung reaction.
A Samson reaction?
Yeah.
Let's do this story, and then we'll do the Samson reaction so that I can smoothly bring it up and pretend I was prepared.
If you guys were hanging out for this long, we got a little treat for you tonight.
I want to pretend like I was ready this whole time. You know what I mean?
That man, dude, our followers have been just chomping at the bits for a new video.
That's great. Which one?
They haven't said. They just want a video
just
of
Samson.
him.
Okay, so we'll just pick one at random. But I'm going to pretend like I already had it up the whole time, and you guys won't even know.
Just stay tuned for another reaction from us live.
We'll do a live reaction. Why not?
Yeah.
And I told you we'd do that if we had time, and it looks like we're making it through these quickly enough. So Seattle could lose 200 cops over city's COVID-19 vaccine mandate.
Jesus.
Yeah. You want to read it or you want me to keep going?
No, you can see it better than I can. I got the camera right here in the way.
Oh, right. That's a thing. We're still dealing with the new setup where we're standing up. But you got to admit, we got a lot more energy now, and this is a lot more entertaining for me anyway. I don't know. I don't care about what y'all think. Anyway, some 200 Seattle police officers may lose their jobs due to their resistance to getting vaccinated against COVID-19 or handing over personal medical data. According to a report, that represents about 20% of the department's deployable staff, and the ailing agency has already lost 300 cops following last year's push to defund law enforcement organizations. Doesn't it just make your heart sing? Doesn't it? I mean, just a little bit.
The pushback, yes.
Not the pushback, just the fact that everybody's getting exactly what they wanted. They're getting exactly what they wanted.
I tell you what, man, if we keep going this route, we're seeing it all over the place, from Southwest to the cops up in Seattle. Now you've got businesses not wanting to move to Chicago simply for the fact of, they're also enforcing this as well, and the law enforcement up there in Chicago is starting to push back. We're seeing an uprise from the American people that, you know what, government, you're overreaching here. Knock it off.
Yeah.
I'm
going to read just a little bit more here.
Yeah.
So Washington Governor Jay Inslee announced a sweeping order in August requiring most state employees to get vaccinated by October 18th or face termination. Seattle Mayor Jenny Durkin put out a similar mandate for city employees, including police officers. Hours later, Seattle Police Officers Guild said Durkin did not consult the union before ordering the mandate, while noting that the police department was already mired in a staffing crisis that was partly contributed to an uptick in crime.
Yep.
God, I mean, it's the fact that it's happening in Seattle for me. It's just like, you guys wanted this. You guys voted for this. Yeah. You guys asked for this. You're getting it.
No different than what's been going on in Portland.
Now, check this out. All 300 officers or 200 officers or however many it was that decided to walk out, those to me represent the free-thinking, smart officers here.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they're correct. Now, don't get me wrong.
Oh, I know.
Whether or not the vaccine is good or bad or whatever, it's the fact that they're protesting against it being mandated. That's the important thing. And it's just... It tells me that those officers, if they walk out, if they're done with their jobs, they're still going to have to hire new officers. And who are they going to get? More compliant officers that are just going to do the yes, sir, just following my orders shit.
Yeah, but think of how long it's going to take to get those new recruits up and active.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to happen right away. So what you're going to see is this gap in between, because what a lot of people don't know is the law enforcement individuals that are walking off the job now or, are getting fired, they've got 15 years plus on the force.
Oh, yeah, they're taking a
So it's
lot
not
of
like these
experience,
are-
a lot of
yeah.
connections in the neighborhood and community in general. They're taking all that with them, all that. And you're going to get a bunch of new cops barely out of training. They're going to take a while to have to train them, first of all. And then you're going to get shit employees that are compliant. Yep. They're going to be willing to listen to the mask mandates or listen to the, and these are going to be the very officers that they were afraid of in the first place.
Yeah, and just a side note, or kind of sidetracking for a second, I wanted to bring up In-N-Out. In-N-Out out in California has decided to push back against city officials, the health department, as a matter of fact, for not asking their customers for their vaccine cards to be able to serve them. So In-N-Out has also stepped up and has decided to push back as well. This is more of on a local level than anything else. Now, I don't think it's so much federal, but we're seeing this all across the country, and it needs to continue. So the more that this goes on, I think this is going to just light a fire under most Americans to say, hey, enough is enough. You guys need to stop meddling in our personal, in our personal health and what we decide to do with our body. And this seems to be something that I think it's just going to get bigger. I don't think it's going to go away. We're going to see a lot more of it. So
yeah, I think you're absolutely correct. No. Okay, we got it. We're good. I lost my article. There's my article.
Yeah, I just kind of again, a ripple effect when it comes to this many cops leaving the force. You're going to have a lot of neighborhoods that are going to feel very unsafe, and you're going to see a huge, huge increase in violence. And can a city like that recover from losing so many cops? It's yet to be determined. But this doesn't ever go well.
You remember what I said just a little while ago?
What's that?
Sometimes maybe it's your life's purpose to act as an example to others of how not to live.
Right.
Maybe Seattle is that person.
I don't know.
Their population's voting for it. They're getting what they want. I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel bad about it at all. These officers that are leaving, more than likely, if they really value being an officer and that's all they know and that's what they love, they'll still be an officer. They'll just do it somewhere else. They're not. I mean, it's Seattle's loss, yes, but that training experience is just going to go somewhere else. Like they may go to some of them are going to go to other jobs, but I imagine a small portion of them are going to move out of the hellhole that they live in now. Mm-hmm. And they're going to go take that experience elsewhere into a place that's actually going to appreciate it. So, I mean, I don't feel bad about them. I don't feel bad about it at all. You vote for it, you get it.
And you're also talking about a city that is gun free. So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And it never goes well for places that are gun free. I'm just letting y'all know.
Yeah, just to give an idea from this article here, homicides in Seattle jumped 68% from 2019 to 2020, making a 26-year high, and the city is on pace to eclipse that mark in 2021.
Jesus.
Eclipse that mark.
Again, when
not
you were talking,
not just pass it a little bit, eclipse that.
Right, and when you were talking earlier about simple fixes, again, this is a very simple fix, and why are people not understanding how to solve these easy problems? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you're also starting to see other companies such as the Daily Wire, who is based out of here in Nashville, that seems to be heading up this pushback against the Biden administration as far as mandating these vaccines. Mm-hmm. And when more and more people get on board and you push back against your government, that should tell you, and that should actually strike the fear into a lot of politicians' eyes as far as like, wow, we really don't have as much control as we thought we did.
Right.
And when we rise up in numbers, I'm telling you, man, you will be hurt. And that's what's going on out there in Australia right now. We've been seeing a lot of those videos of what's currently going on over there. If you're not familiar,
our friend Dia has been out there in it too. And Avi,
you think we have it bad here in the U.S.? Check out what's going on in Australia.
Have you seen some of the videos that Avi Yemeni has been doing? He's with the press wearing no mask. He keeps going up and harassing the cops and just
Jesus.
It's great. He's such a smart ass. So just and by the way, I'm perfectly okay with you misspeaking and calling them politicians. That is a great name for them. It's a great name. I love it.
I'm eating a lozenge right now because I'm still on that whole no smoking thing. Yeah. So I'm sitting here eating one of these and trying to talk. It's not working out.
It was
so
unfortunate, but it was great. I love it. I absolutely love it. So just to wrap that up, the city's police department currently has 1,000 deployable officers, roughly 300 to 500 short of desired levels. Yeah, you're running. You're almost running up on what's that? 30%.
Seattle's going to turn into the next Chicago.
Less,
if they're not
and that's current. That's current numbers. That's not.
That's crazy.
Excluding all of the officers they're going to walk out later on down the road. But what do you say we have a little? Let's
have a little fun.
Let's do this. Let's pretend like we're actually doing the recording like we normally do, and we'll just do it live. All the fuck ups and everything that I have to edit out. So
that way you guys can see firsthand what goes into these pre-records.
Later on down the road,
easy.
when I edit it as an actual finished piece, then you can see the difference. So we'll see.
This will be fun.
We'll see what happens. So
it's a little behind the scenes of how we do our music, not music video reactions. We're going to walk you through how we do it all. So there you go.
We ain't walking shit.
Well, no, I mean, we're going to walk them through as we do it. We're not going to tell them
we're not
what we're
reacting.
Doing. No.
We're not reacting. Okay. That's just it. So welcome back to another episode of the Unframe of Mind show, where we have uncomfortable conversations without a condom. And it seems like you guys are really, really excited to see us react to another Samson video.
No, they're not.
Which blows my mind, honestly, because to date, we haven't reacted to a single music video yet. I don't know.
Not yet. Stay tuned
what
for more.
In the world people are wanting from us. It's ridiculous. It doesn't it boggles the mind.
You got to give the people what they want.
Do we?
Now, okay, so this was requested. Vax that thing up. Now, I have to admit, I've seen it.
I've seen it too.
I've seen it. But we're going to watch it anyways.
I forgot what even happened. This one's it's only got 205,000 views or so.
Right.
It's not as big as the other video, but it's also an older one back July 25th. It's not that old.
No, it's not that
Why doesn't it have more views? I'm going to like it right now. You guys will be seeing that pop up in the Facebook feed here shortly. So if you guys want to watch it, it'll be on my Twitter feed and my Facebook feed as well. So this is Samson's response to Vax that thing up. Oh, it's not
what we need
Samson
to do is,
saying Vax that thing up.
No. What we need to do is we need to go back and actually find the first video that was the response to this. So it's actually by Juvenile, Vax that thing up on YouTube. So pull that up. We'll play that first. We'll get the cringy reaction from us, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Oh, Lord. Okay, here we go.
Did you want to check the comments real quick before we proceed?
Oh, I suppose we can, if I must. Okay. Comments. Where'd they go?
And this is what usually goes on in the pre-records.
Yeah, pretty much. Just bringing up shit, trying to get things so organized. Comments. Hey, what's going on, guys? You guys have been awesome. Thank you. Okay, so I have a question. How can they try to impeach Trump for that stuff when... excuse me. I have a question. How can they try to impeach Trump for that stuff that went down, but no one has said anything about Biden being impeached for the 13 Marines?
Yeah, I've kind of wondered about that myself as far as why, the conservatives, Republicans have not yet pushed that. That's a little interesting. That's something I'm going to look into a little bit more. There might be a little bit of chatter about it, but I haven't heard anything. But yeah, good point though.
And hoping for a complete shutdown, but a way that will wake folks up with a peaceful decision to be better. Yeah, I don't know, man. A complete shutdown means a lot of people not getting their welfare checks, and that is not a good recipe. People will not be being better then. They will be revolting.
Let's get back
Crap, I'm going to have to edit all that out because you had to go to the comments. Well, we had to bring up Vax that thing up.
All right.
Well, I am not playing the whole video. That's 11:27.
11 minutes? No.
Excuse me. That's the Officer Tatum responding to it.
It's like 2 minutes long. It ain't long. We'll just listen to it and then we'll react to the
Where's it at? Is this it here?
Thing up. How long is it? Yeah, that's it. Yep.
I guess we're doing them both. BLK dating, 3.3 million views. Jesus. Well, apparently Samson's response didn't do that well.
No. But also look at the like to dislike ratio when we get it pulled up.
Yeah.
I saw this. I was like, wow. All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Blowing it up. No. We're gonna play it from the beginning. See, this is why
there's so much.
This is why we pre-record.
You finna online date chat, find a mate chat, open up BOK ass, okay yeah, profile picture looking tight chat, nice chat, got your bio reading right chat, precise chat, but before you find a date chat, you gotta wait chat, gotta go vaccinate chat, get it straight chat, girl you look good, want you vax that thing up, you's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up, dating real life, you need to vax that thing up, feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up.
Wait, what is this supposed to be, like a dating app or something for black people?
I guess, I don't know. I just know this. I just know that they did a song, and it's for a. I think it's for an app. I don't know.
It feels like a commercial for a dating app where they're like, "Hey, we got
the fact that Juvenile's career has come to this.
Oh yeah, and
sad.
like the original, like, can you imagine if he tried to come out with "Back That Thing Up" now? Like how like that would be like. He'd be lambasted for toxic masculinity and rape culture, like, and maybe he's trying to make up for that, so maybe people will look past it. Like, I didn't say that. I didn't say back that thing up. I said vax that thing up. Y'all know, but hey, he's old as hell, dude. He don't need to be out here doing this. He looks like
I love
he's
how
trying
you
to
froze the image on him like that.
It's a good look. It's great. We need gold teeth. Just
hell no, we don't.
Turn
it up.
Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up. Dating real life, you need to vax that thing up. Feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up.
I know you can't stand it, no holding hands, chick. But when we get the shot, we gon' be romancing. Girl, you could be the queen after quarantine. We could meet up at the spot and we could do the thing. Internet date chat, I'm your mate chat. Download the app, shawty, you ain't gotta wait chat. I love it when you hold me, eggplant emoji. You could be the young hot thing, I'll be the OG.
Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing.
you know what this reminds me of? You know what this
Juvenile, what the fuck, dude?
No, you know what this reminds me of? Like,
What?
legit. This reminds me of back in the day. Like, you know how, like, there was always these memes about, like, the older folks trying to act cool and they're saying all the cool words that the kids do and
That
using
would
all
be us.
the terms. That's what he's doing right now.
Yeah.
He's like, eggplant emoji. Like, dude, no, you're like fucking 50
Your
years
pausing
old or
skills on
something.
their facial reactions is on point, my friend.
I know. I've got
All right,
this.
Let's keep going.
This is great.
OG.
Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a handsome young brother, want you vax that thing up. Dating real life,
Oh
you need to
Lord,
vax that
she got the whole face mask on and she's dancing like, and then we got all these people in the background that are definitely not 6 feet apart, nor were they
No
social
mask,
distancing
no
at all.
nothing. Got their asses hanging out.
You got
titties everywhere.
fucking Wolfman with the red eyes over here. Look at this hiding in the background.
And then she's got the red hair. There you go.
Oh Lord, look at
Okay.
I can see everything up in there. Oh boy, girl, put it away. Just vax that thing up, would you?
thing up. Feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up.
Wait, when he's saying that thing, what is he talking about?
That's that thing.
What thing are we vaxing up? I thought it was a full body like vaccination. Oh my God.
I love the nurse's outfit with the face shield, the mask, and then she's twerking.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's fully prepared. I mean, that's basically all.
you can find her over on TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. Man, you stole my thunder, asshole. Can't believe you would do that.
Feeling freaky all night, you need to vax that thing up. Girl, you look good, want you vax that thing up. You's a decent looking brother, want you vax that thing.
He said you're
You're
a decent looking brother.
Wow.
It's like, bro, you're like a 5.
Yeah,
You're like a 5. You're okay. We can work
maybe
with that.
6
But
on a
listen-
good day, on a good hair
but
day.
listen, brother, if you go and get the vaccination, we get you up to like a 6, maybe a 7. You know, it's just that we're that close. We can make you look decent. You know.
Oh, fuck.
I can't wait to see his response now that I've actually seen this. I never actually watched this before I did watch the response, so now I got man.
A decent looking brother, want to vax that thing up. Acting foolishly, you need to vax that thing up. Herd immunity when you vax that thing up.
If you wanna get sticky and hot,
Oh,
If you want to get sticky and
you want
hot.
to get sticky and hot.
So basically, what
Yeah,
they're saying
yeah.
is the only way that you're going to get sticky and hot is to vax that thing up. I cannot wait to hear what
No, what they're
Samson
saying,
has
what they're
gotta say
saying
about
is when
this.
you go in and you're getting all you're getting sticky and hot because you're nervous because you're about to get a shot that you don't know what's in it.
That's not what they're getting at. You know better.
Oh, it's not.
No.
What are they getting at?
I don't know.
Let's watch
Let's
the video and
continue.
find out.
if you wanna get sticky and hot, go get the shot. If you wanna smash some dude named Scott,
Some dude named Scott. Some dude named Brandon.
I have zero desire to smash a dude named Scott. You know, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be perfectly honest. You know, this song was actually starting to convince me to go get the shot until I was like, I don't want to smash some
We
dude
need to
named.
do a video of us twerking to this song on TikTok, telling people.
Gotta vax that thing up, bro. Gotta vax that thing up.
Oh, it's hot in here.
I know. I'm getting hot too. Are you ready? This is so bad. Why didn't we react to this already? Like, holy shit. This is almost as funny as that. Like,
God.
what was that? What was that song about? Praying to Jesus or whatever song we did?
What was
Rapping
that?
for
Rapping
Jesus.
for
Yeah, this is
Jesus.
almost as bad as that. It's almost as cringy. I'm not man.
Wanna smash some dude named Scott? Go, 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 go.
Did you see the picture of Scott over here?
Wow, Scott's got the Jerry curl and everything.
Scott's 29. He's 29 and
Is it?
6 miles away or something. All right. Well, now that I see what Scott looks like, I'll
He's not a bad looking fella.
Yeah, I mean, I might want to smash, but only after.
He's a decent looking fella.
He's a decent looking fella for sure.
Go, 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 go.
Oh, did you see that little hand motion? Go, 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 go.
So many sexual innuendos here.
Oh,
Go.
nothing but.
Let's finish the song.
Go get the shot. Go, go get the shot.
Go get the shot. Go, go get the shot.
You wanna smash with Scott? Smash, smash,
Smash with
with
Scott.
We're really hung up on Scott, dude. Like the best. Like how far have we come for as rappers that the best
You see
rhyme?
how far we come. Really?
The best. The best rhyme scheme we can come up with.
Oh, okay.
The very best
Woo!
rhyme scheme they can come up with. Shot and Scott. That's what you've got? This is why you haven't put out an album since fucking 1993, asshole. This is why. This is why we keep you in the fucking closet. Jesus.
Get the shot.
Oh boy. Backs that thing up.
Smash with Scott.
No! No! Smash with Scott. Hashtag smash with Scott.
I can't wait to clip this one up. We
fuck is
we
Scott?
published this one. This is gonna be so good.
Who is Scott?
Scott.
And why are we wanting so badly?
Your neighbor, your average neighborhood friendly guy next door.
I wonder if it's that Scott Travis that they had that McDonald's meal about back. Maybe that came out about the same time. I don't know. This is back in July, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Okay.
So on to our regularly scheduled program. Samson.
All right.
Samson's response to Vax
Now
that
the
thing up.
response.
You finna online date chat, find a mate chat, open up be okay ass, okay yeah, profile picture looking tight chat, nice chat, got your bio reading right chat, precise chat, but before you find a date chat, you gotta wait chat.
You're playing the same song, dude.
No, I'm not.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Alright, listen, you probably think I'm anti-vax, but you be wrong. I'll tell you, that's an anti-fact. There's a lot of people close to me that had the vaccination. I'd be dumb to hope for something bad to happen after taking it. Loved ones in my family, like my girl and my mom did it. So I keep my fingers crossed and stay optimistic and positive. If the shit is fraudulent, I'll be deeply affected. Even though I didn't take it, so I keep peace and respect it. Believe me, I'm skeptic. There's parts of me that doubt it, yo. But I'm not standing in front of the doctor's offices and shouting no. All I can do is go to the bar and buy a couple of beers and look up to the sky and hope that they're fine in a couple years. I really mean it. It doesn't mean I'm gonna take it though. It's up to me if I want that shit inside me. You can't make me go. This ain't some sort of rebellion to stick it to the man. I just don't know what the hell you're sticking in me, man. Am I crazy?
I mean, you have that right to be a little concerned about what the hell you're putting in your body.
That's really all that we're saying. Like,
But I think what he's getting to the point is what most of us have been saying. You know, I mean, if you want to get the shot, get the shot. We're
Yeah.
not going to over here and
I don't care.
demonize you for getting it.
I really
you
don't
know,
give a
but
shit.
we're not going to treat you any different.
Yep.
But however, the people on the other side of this, you know, I've had my own personal family attack me for not being vaccinated.
Yep, you can go back and watch that episode.
Yeah, that was interesting. But no, I mean, he's bringing logic to the situation, and because
mean
he's
he's not just-
independent,
you
he's
mean-
not having to deal with the labels and mainstream media, and he's just spitting facts, dude. That's what he's been doing.
So would he be considered a decent looking dude?
He's better looking than Scott.
He probably is.
He's on a Brandon
Me
level.
go. This ain't some sort of rebellion to stick it to the man. I just don't know what the hell you're sticking in me, man. Am I crazy for that? Do I sound insane to you? Do I read the ingredients every time?
All right, Juvenile versus Samson on the rhyme scheme so far. What do you think?
Oh yeah, definitely Samson.
Like hands down, like
Yeah.
this guy's actually making good points and has decent rhymes that are actually interesting to listen to
Yeah.
and not cringy. I'm not cringing at all.
You know what we ought to do?
What?
We ought to do another one right after this.
No, I've got other stories and we got another for business to do.
Damn it! Come on.
Now I got to edit all that out. Thanks a lot.
All right. Love you.
Okay.
Do I sound insane to you? Do I read the ingredients every time I make some food? Not every time, but sometimes you bet your tail I do. I even read the pill bottles of all my medication too. Fucking shoot me. God, what a madman I am. I think he's crazy. Somebody schedule a CAT scan for Sam. He's out his mind. He's being so hesitant for nothing. He acts like he can't understand our president or something. It's not for your protection, you're protecting us, buddy. But if you already got it, you're protecting me, dummy. You're not gonna get infected. I'm not worried about getting it. So in the end, it doesn't really make a fucking difference if I get the shot or not. Plus, I've already been sick.
You don't know how long that lasts.
Well, neither do you, dipshit.
Yeah.
I don't care what kind of prizes you have. Mayor de Blasio can shove his burgers and fries up his ass. Vaccination, you fucking weirdo. You really want me to get it? Offer me a beer, bro. I'm not a kid, you can't bribe me with a Happy Meal. You really think I saw that and was like, alright, that's a deal. Everybody's so offended by everything, but when we get treated like we're all idiots, no one says a thing. Imagine having to carry around a passport to
So I do love all of his videos so far that we've seen, and this one included.
There hasn't been a bad one we've watched.
Well, the fact that he does them all in a single shot.
In a single take, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like
great.
Who does that? I mean, I know Dax
does that
did with a
lot.
10-minute Rap God one
That
he
was
did.
really good. If you haven't seen
good.
that, go check that out. You'll
I don't know that we'll be doing a reaction to that. There's too much
That'd be
there.
a 45-minute video.
Oh my God, at least. At least. And that's if we slowed it down.
Right.
Ready?
Yeah.
deal. Everybody's so offended by everything, but when we get treated like we're all idiots, no one says a thing. Imagine having to carry around a passport to travel within your own country. Now that's force. I know kids need one so they can go to school, but I shouldn't have to get one just to go to the pool. That's where I'm at. So go ahead and take it if you wish. I hope everything's okay and that it's straight and it's legit, and every COVID case that you come face to face with is dismissed. I hope it saves you. Hope it makes you feel safe throughout this shit. I really do.
Yep.
Why would I hope for the worst? That would mean I'm banking on my own folks getting hurt. That's why I hate when people wish for us to fail, cause it
Good
affects
point.
us all. You would die too if the US unexpectedly falls. I don't know, there's something about it though. I'm not saying don't get it, just don't shove it down my throat.
Exactly.
Hey, juvenile, I hope that check was huge, cause you look like a fucking moron, and so did Manny Fresh too.
Oh, yes.
Man, he went for the jugular on that one.
Oh, yeah. I hope that check was huge. Yeah, it better have been. Lord knows Juvenile needed it after that shit.
You look like a fucking moron, and so did Manny Fresh too. You sound dumb, you should shut that ass up. You a clueless motherfucker, you should shut that ass up. I'm like, huh? You should shut that ass up. You stupid motherfucker, you should shut that ass up. Anything for some cash, yeah.
Hey Sam, you wanna take a shot?
Did you guys just hear what I fucking said?
No, fuckface. This kind of shot. Yeah, asshole.
Oh, that kind of shot.
Oh.
Yes. Let's get fucked up.
I love it.
Guys,
I
go
love it.
follow him. Show some love. Yeah,
So
he's killing it right now.
What'd you think about that? I know we already seen it. What'd you think about that?
I love it. I think it just kind of encompasses everything that we've been talking about on the show as far as, hey, if you want to get vaccinated, go do it, but don't shove it down our throats, and make us feel a certain way about it. That's not cool. And that's what's been causing a lot of division within our own cultures and our families and everything else. Yep. And yeah, I like how he interpreted this. It's like, chill the fuck out, dude.
Yeah.
If I don't want to get it, be good with it.
Juvenile's talking about getting laid. Go get your shot so you can get laid, man. But Samson's talking about some actual serious stuff, like actually bringing the points,
What I think we need to do is check in with Scott and find out how he's doing since he got vaccinated.
I know. That's that. I will say one thing. I think that is one major point that Samson missed on this one, is there was an opportunity to make fun of Scott somehow.
Yeah,
and he just didn't mention it. I was like,
Dude,
really
come
hoping.
on, man.
I was really hoping. But just so you know, for the live stream audience, I will be editing this part out. We're going to wrap this up as if I'm shutting down the show, but we're not actually shutting down the show. We've still got other things to cover, so bear with us. So, that being said, yeah, so I liked it. I love it. It was really kind of cool doing both of them back to back, so we can kind of get the difference between them. So that being said, what did y'all think about that? If you liked what you saw, hit that like button, share it with your friends. Yes, and hit subscribe, of course. And you've been watching the Unframe of Mind show, where we never have, not once, reacted to a single music video, and we didn't even react to 2 music videos in this one.
All right, guys.
Until next time.
We'll see you.
All right. And there we go.
Welcome back.
Hey, guy. Hey, wait. Where'd we go? What happened?
So that's what it's like when we do a pre-record for, the music reaction.
Sometimes
videos.
they go smooth like that. Sometimes not so much. That was actually pretty smooth. That'll be limited. So, oh my God, my face hurts. There goes another one. Do Good said, I feel like I lost some IQ points for the last few minutes of my life. I am so sorry we had to
Scotty doesn't know.
I feel so bad we had to subject you to that. Scotty doesn't know. There's something to compare. Yeah, no, that was not even a comparison. That was not even a comparison at all. All
That
right.
was a lot of fun.
So, yeah, what do you say we hit another story and then bring up another phobismist? I
Yeah,
think we
then
got
we'll call
time
it
for
a
all
night.
that. Yeah, sounds about right.
It's been a lot of fun getting back on the live show. I think as we went into this, we kind of got back into the groove. of
Yeah, I think so. What do you guys think? Did you think we kind of fell right back into our old ways, or are we just, still failing at life
Failing.
in general?
We are.
I mean, that's probably true.
Mhm.
I want to do two phobismists. Sorry.
Okay, it's our show. We do what we want.
We do one. I want to do two phobismists, so I'm going to do one first. This one's going to be a short one, so stay tuned for that.
And yes, that's my voice.
Shut up. And on today's episode of The Phobismist, we bring you the Carabiner.
Caribbean.
See, Anthony, he is so... Look, he didn't go through as much formal training as I did to become a phobismist, but this one is so freaking obvious that he knew immediately why this is offensive. What
The
do you think?
Mexicans.
The Mexicans. That's right. That's right. This is incredibly offensive to Mexicans. It's to suggest that they're so small that they can be picked up with this little hook, a little 6-inch little hook. You can pick up
Come
a
on,
Mexican.
buddy. I'm taking you with me.
It's a carabiner, and you can buy one at Walmart. Not for use in
or
climbing.
Home Depot.
Yeah, not for use in climbing. Now, I appreciate the comfort grip that it has on it because Lord knows them beaners like to struggle while you're trying to pick them up with your little clip.
Jesus Christ.
You've been watching The Phobismist.
That was too easy.
I know. Okay. I like that one a lot. I saw that and immediately was like, oh, boy. So funny how y'all get comments telling y'all to stop pausing, even though y'all literally say it's not a reaction. Shaking my head. I love the comments where people are like, I don't like what you did. And we're like, what? We did not even react to it. What are you talking about?
Well, and the fact that they're like, well, can you not let the video just
Yeah,
play? And I'm like,
yeah, that-
there is a link for the full video for
right.
you to go
that,
back and watch.
That bothered me. I'm like, what's the point in a reaction video if I have to watch the whole thing through? Like, we could just go click that link
Well,
if you want to
people
watch it
don't
all the way through.
understand that-
Are there reaction videos or reaction channels that do that? They watch the whole video and then react?
I guess so some of my favorites, I like Knox Hill. Knox Hill, if you're familiar with him, he breaks down like the bars through the whole song. His videos are typically 30 minutes long. They're long. I like he's an artist, so obviously he's going to have a much in-depth input on the music itself and the lyrics than we ever will. What a lot of people don't know about our show is that we tend to center these reactions around social issues. So we talk social issues and talk about the music that they're putting out. That's the difference between us and everybody else.
Yep.
So
Well,
hopefully
and the
that'll
fact-
kind of clear things up a little bit.
And the fact that we don't react. So
We technically don't react to the.
we don't.
Yeah.
We don't.
No.
So I've got the Loudon School story and I've got the General Electric Workers Force story. Which one would you be interested more in
Let's
covering?
do the Loudon.
Loudon.
Yeah.
Loudon it is. All right. So this is from the Daily Wire. You sent me this link. I don't know much about
Okay,
this
so
particular
the
story.
backstory behind this is basically over in Loudoun County, they've been dealing with this school board that has been pushing to accept transgenderism, if that's even a word. And they were also the school that was trying to push critical race theory.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously there was a situation not too long ago where a girl that was attending that high school was in the bathroom, was sexually assaulted by a boy that was wearing a skirt into the bathroom.
Oh, that was this school.
It was this school.
Okay, yeah, I heard that
Correct.
story. I didn't know that was Loudoun County.
So,
okay. Where is Loudoun County? I'm sorry.
Virginia.
Okay.
So anyways, the
Virginia-
father
Virginia's
actually
doing this shit?
I know, that's what really surprises the hell out of me. So anyways, the father went to the school board meeting and was rightfully upset about the whole situation. But then he was detained by the sheriff's department during the school board meeting when he got up there and he kind of expressed his frustrations, wanting to know why his daughter was raped, and it was swept under the rug because the administration did say that they were trying to keep this in-house and not let it get out to the public.
Really?
Well, come to find out, they had transferred the boy to another school with not telling anybody what had happened with the situation.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up assaulting another girl. Now
Really?
he's sitting in juvenile.
No shit.
Right. So
He or trans he, like she.
I fuck if I know. But the point is, though, is this father's pissed off
Yeah.
that his daughter was sexually assaulted. But what the media and what the left has done now is deemed him as a domestic terrorist and calling him a bigot because I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around this because I have a daughter. But the fact that he is trying to stand up to this administration and to this community that's trying to force this acceptance upon people, he feels helpless. I, as a father, feel for this guy.
Yeah.
Like, your daughter was, like, sexually assaulted, and you guys are not doing anything but trying to
Hide
further push
Yeah.
and try to be more sympathetic towards this community, and it's just not been well. It's not going well for anybody right now.
It's just like the New York Times story that we said earlier, where they were just trying to protect cover for a narrative. They didn't show the picture of the black guy. That just like it's just like the same pattern that we keep seeing over and over again. Oh God, this happened. Yes, we feel terrible, but we also don't want it to affect our ability to keep pushing forward this agenda. So we're going to try to obfuscate and hide all the facts. We're going to try to cover it up and keep it. What did they say? In-house is that what you said? Keep it in-house. So I take it this article happened after all of that.
Yeah, the reasons why I brought up the Daily Wire is actually the one that broke the story. This is one of the reasons why I had you pull it up on the Daily Wire.
Okay.
And for me, I don't know what's happened since. Now, it's been a couple of days. I know a lot of the parents that have attended the school board meetings have been asking for the resignation of the director. Now, I don't know if he's stepped down. You might want to scroll down and just kind of read up on it.
Okay, so this article from the Daily Wire says Loudoun School Board was informed of alleged sexual assault the day it happened. Report. The entire Loudoun County School Board was informed of a alleged sexual assault in a high school bathroom the day it occurred, according to new reporting. Okay, so this wasn't like they just found out later on. They knew that day. They knew. And everything they did from that point forward was okay. Yeah. So from this quote, WTOP obtained an email written by Scott Ziegler, superintendent of the Virginia School District, at 4:09 p.m. on May 28th that said, "Good afternoon, board members. The purpose of this email is to provide you with information regarding an incident that occurred at Stone Bridge High School. This afternoon, a female student alleged that a male student sexually assaulted her in the restroom. The LCSO Sheriff's Office is investigating the matter. Secondary to the assault investigation, the female student's parents responded to the school and caused a disruption by using threatening and profane language that was overheard by staff and students." Excuse me? So we'll come back to that. Additional law enforcement units responded to the school to assist with the parents. The school's counseling team is providing services for the student who witnessed the parents' behavior. The alleged victim is being tended by LCSO. Okay, so 3 weeks later, at a June 22nd board meeting focused on transgender policy that affects bathrooms, school board member Beth Bartz, that sounds like a made-up name, asked if there were sexual assaults in the bathrooms regularly, and Ziegler responded that he didn't have any record of any occurring.
Regularly? There shouldn't be none going on, period.
Yeah. Bartz noted that Ziegler's comment failed to reflect a 2018 locker room assault, which she pointed out involved all male players, thus highlighting that assaults can occur whether or not transgender students are available. Oh, boy. So board members, including Bartz and vice chair, put out the following statements.
Go back and read that at the beginning.
Oh, this right here?
Because it talks about,
Sorry, I'm
month
trying
after
to.
the suspect had been transferred to another school. That's what I was telling you earlier.
Okay, after the Daily Wire reported this month that the suspect had been transferred to another school where he allegedly sexually assaulted another girl in a classroom, Ziegler apologized for what he acknowledged was misleading remark, claiming he thought the question was whether there had been any bathroom assaults involving transgender students. The apology only raised more questions since the May assailant was allegedly wearing a skirt, and since Bart's follow-up question had made it clear in the moment that the question was not limited to transgender incidents. And their statement was that members of the Loudoun County School Board were not aware of the specific details of the incident until earlier this week.
No.
But the email shows that they seemingly would have had reason to know that Ziegler's assertion of no record of sexual assault in bathrooms was false. So, oh my God, a school board politicians and lying?
Yeah.
Lying?
This is your woke school board at the
Politicians that lie?
Yeah.
We should probably record this one for posterity. Like, this is not something that happens all the time. This is very rare. The email also appeared to confirm that outside law enforcement was called on the father for causing a scene while it was not immediately called by the school resource officer for the alleged rape. Smith has told the Daily Wire that the reason he made the scene is that he was shocked to find no team of police officers or medics responding to the incident when he arrived. Yeah. That's the thing. That's even in that email. It's like they spent half the email just talking about the parent of the teacher using threatening and profane language that was overheard by staff and students.
Dude,
my God.
I would have been pissed.
Like,
what dad wouldn't be pissed if they found out about their daughter?
Language. Like, listen, there's a reason we have anger. There's a reason for that. And it's very important for other people to see it used in a healthy way and in an appropriate way. Like, this was an appropriate situation to be mad in. This was the appropriate situation to be obscene and cursing and whatever else emotion you're feeling.
Right.
This was appropriate. And even if it was true or not, as far as he was concerned, his daughter came home and said, yes, this shit happened to me. I'm pissed. Like, I'm not asking no questions. That's not my job. That's a court's job to ask those questions.
Right.
But they spent most of the time just talking about.
Now, I don't know if the superintendent stepped down from it. I thought I read somewhere where he did step down in his position. If you want to try to see if maybe that did happen, I thought that did happen.
Which guy? The
superintendent,
Scott Ziegler.
Yeah,
I'll look it up. If you got anything else to say,
no, that's pretty much it. It's just it's very disturbing. Like what's been going on in our school systems, public schools of all things. And you're starting to see a huge increase of people pulling out their children from public schools, either putting them in private schools or actually doing homeschooling.
Okay, so 7 days ago, the New York Post publishes this article.
Said board member.
Virginia board member resigns amidst handling of sex assault claims.
Okay.
A Virginia school superintendent apologized, and a board member resigned on Friday.
Okay.
So no, I guess Scott did not resign, but one of the board members did.
Okay.
And I would be kind of...
He needs to resign. He needs to lose his damn job.
Yeah.
I mean, just, yeah. It's sick, dude. I mean, just the fact that, I mean, these are kids, man. I mean, and people like this that want to take the woke route is just disturbing. I cannot understand it. And it's just, now I'm kind of questioning, like, if I shouldn't look into a little bit of what's going on in my daughter's school. And I think every parent should right now, to find out what the hell's going on and what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what kind of academics and what kind of material they're starting to share with young minds. This isn't good. So
Eric says so, but politicians would never lie. I roll.
So Fear Wolf crazy. What about those Jordan B. Peterson reactions? Yeah, if we've got time. I mean, I don't know if you were on here earlier, but I had mentioned that we have got a lot of pre-records on the back burner that Daniel has to go through and edit. It's just the two of us. So the editing process takes some time. I think we talked, we had 14 pre-records on backlog.
Yep.
So
send me a couple an email on the contact page, and we will take a look at a couple good ones. So I don't have to like filter through them. Send us a couple good ones, and we'll check them out.
We will do our best to get to them soon. I mean, because our audience is growing tremendously right now, we're doing the best we can to keep up with everybody's request. It's been a little hard, so just bear with us.
All right, so I think we'll wrap up on this particular phobismist. We got one more phobismist for you guys tonight, and I appreciate you guys watching. This has been a lot of fun. Get back into it. We're going to try to do more of these. We just
said, let's go, Brandon. Absolutely.
Yes, let's go, Brandon.
Got to check out that new T-shirt we got going.
Yes, if only you guys knew. Like,
we're just trying to bring people together, man.
I know. You guys need to understand this. We don't have any Let's Go Brandon merch that you can buy from our store. Like, we don't have it.
It is also available in white if you choose to go, the privileged way.
No, we don't react to music videos, and we don't fucking sell merch. God, who do you think we are? Just a couple guys trying to make a buck off of our creativity and awesome things that we do?
Didn't you say that somebody on Twitter actually wished they thought of that idea?
Yes. Yeah, they said they were jealous that they didn't think of it first.
And I scoured the internet all over social media looking to see if anybody's come up with this, and nobody has.
That's great. That's
So,
great. So
cool.
that I actually just finished that design yesterday.
Yes.
So thank you for that idea, by the way. That was really good. All right. So let's finish up with one last phobismist for the night.
And we'll wrap it up.
And you're gonna
Thanks
like,
for hanging out with us tonight,
you're
guys.
gonna like
Thank
this
you
one.
for that.
You're gonna like this one. So today, oh sorry, roll that intro. These would be some great clips for you to pull out. Just,
Now that I don't already have enough on my plate as it is.
hey, welcome to the jungle. Today, on today's episode of the Phobismist, we're going to explain the Phobismist. Today on the Phobismist, we're going to explain to you why traffic lights.
You need to do the show in that voice.
We're going to explain to you why traffic lights.
Now do you mind in this voice, man?
It's completely offensive, and you just really shouldn't pay them any mind. I mean, I'm just telling you.
I feel like you need a pipe in your mouth.
I
when you
do.
talk
I do.
that
I just
way.
need a little like monocle or something. So you guys can't be no.
Offended by traffic
lights. They are offensive, and I know what everybody's going to say. Well, it's because of the colors, and they don't represent all colors of the rainbow. But no, that's too easy. And we like a challenge here. When you go to phobismist school, when you go through that multi-year training to learn how to be offended at everything, a lot of people just call it college in general. You really have to try to find the nuggets, the gems, the not so obvious reasons why things are offensive.
And if people don't believe that we're board certified in phobismus, it's actually over on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, you can look it up. There's my credentials on Urban Dictionary.
There you go.
So
we made it to the big time.
Traffic lights are offensive, and here's why. Because keep this in mind. When you are sitting at a traffic light and that light is green, you're going where? You're going straight. And if you want to turn, you have to wait.
Okay.
It's just further example that the straights get to go first and everybody else has to wait. That's it. I mean, what more do you need, honestly? Honestly, this is homophobic. Traffic lights are homophobic, straight up.
I think yellow lights are confusing for me.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, confusing is not offensive.
No. Do I stop? Do I slow down? Do I speed up? What do I do?
I know. Is it let off the gas? Push on the gas?
Can't fucking decide.
Really depends on what shade of yellow we're talking about here. That seems to be a common problem with everybody. But now, honestly, being confused, it's not the same as being offended.
No, I know.
So if you don't have anything else, I guess we'll wrap that one up.
Yeah, that's all I got. Well, that's all you got.
That's all I got. And if you guys think of any other reasons why traffic lights, I want creative ways. I want you to really dig down deep and think about this, because I think I got you beat on this one. I think I'm the most professional phobismist on this
check
one.
the comment sections before we go, and we'll wrap it up.
Oh, I'm not counting. I'm not counting on it. I'm not counting on it. All right, so that being said, we'll grab a couple comments and wrap this bish up.
Yep. And thank you again for hanging in with us tonight.
Oh, yeah. So, Don says, drop the T in LGBT and you got LGB. Let's go Brandon merch. That's what
that
the
was
shirt,
original.
Dude, that's what the shirt says. It's the Let's Go Brandon t-shirt community.
Yeah.
It's the Let's Go Brandon t-shirt community. If I left the T off, it wouldn't make no sense.
No.
It makes a little sense, but not as much.
We needed to add.
And plus,
to that
LGB doesn't offend the LGBT community as much.
Boy, we really tried on this one, didn't we?
I know. Anyway,
Trying to be all inclusive, yeah.
Eric says, I don't agree with a red light. It's offensive. So I don't follow that red means stop. That's not bad. It's not bad. I can tell you are a phobismist in training.
There you go.
And if you want to become a professional phobismist, all you have to do is go to our merch store and order your own professional phobismist hat. And you can be one too.
That's right.
I appreciate you all watching tonight. Thanks for watching. This has been another Uncomfortable Conversation Without a Condom. I hope we brought a little bit of joy, a little bit of sorrow, a little bit of deep thinking and critical thought to your life tonight.
Yeah.
It's been fun. I can't wait to do another one. It's just nice to be, we're not tied to a time. We're not tied to a time limit. So we could just go on as long, except for I got to go now.
But, it is good to also interact with new people in the comment section. That's been a lot of fun for us. We love interacting with you guys, so keep it coming.
All right. Until next time, hit that subscribe button.
Like it, share it.
That's down there somewhere. I can see.
Okay.
I can see it right down there.
That's Daniel Wagner.
I'm Daniel Wagner.
I'm Anthony Trewick.
And you've been watching the Unframe Mind Show.
Bye,
Goodbye.
guys. See ya.